The data shows Andrew Yang is the Democrat candidate with the best chance of beating Trump in 2020, later this year. According to this Data Science on this Medium article, Yang favors highly with Clinton voters, Trump voters, and the disaffected. Basically giving the highest overall score of all Democratic candidates. And I say Tulsi Gabbard would be second because she would pull a lot from the Trump voters and the disaffected because of her anti-war stand. You know what I'm saying? She's consistently anti-war, and most Americans want our troops back home out of the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Yang pulls well from all sectors. You know what I'm saying? The Clinton, Trump, and the disaffected. Like Warren's the second because she would gather a lot of the Clinton voters and a lot of the disaffected. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the disaffected voters. Surprisingly, Bernie scored high with the Clinton voters. Really low with the Trump voters because, you know what I'm saying, because it's socialism, and high for disaffected, which isn't a surprise because he's for changing the system. You know what I'm saying? He's for bringing FDR style, you know what I'm saying, like the FDR New Deal back in the United States. You know what I'm saying, like the high tax rates and all that. That was, you know what I'm saying, for FDR, like World War II to around Reagan. Basically back to that. But yeah, Yang pulls from all different sectors. And that's what makes me sort of Yang game, because I'm going to tell you about 2016 for me. Like, I didn't vote for Clinton nor Trump because I didn't like either of them. Like if you put a gun in my hand, like I would vote for Trump over Clinton because Trump has he does have anti-war instincts. He wants our troops brought out of the forever wars. Like he's been making efforts to bring our troops back from the forever wars, but the D state keeps fighting them. You know what I'm saying? Cats like Lindsey Graham, like, nah, Trump, you gotta stay. We gotta stay for Israel. Woo doo woo. You know what I'm saying? He does have anti-war stance, but Clinton, she was for every single war after 9/11. There's not a war that woman did not like. I mean, Afghanistan, Iraq. She pushed Libya, Syria, like the whole Benghazi thing, the whole super predators. Like, she called black men super predators. Donald Trump hasn't said anything racial about black men like Clinton has. Yet, black people hate Trump more than Clinton. Don't get it. I mean, especially considering like Trump, he was a huge name with rappers before the 2016 election. Like, here is like Trump in like all kinds of rap songs. You know what I'm saying? There's like rap songs like, you know what I'm saying, like Donald, like big hits like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying, like Mac Miller and Young Jeezy. They fully respected Donald Trump until he ran as a Republican. But yeah, about Trump, like, why I didn't vote for him, like, I didn't trust him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a New York Democrat who became a populist Republican, like, really fast. Like, he was a Democrat, now he's running Republican. Can't trust that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know after you get elected what he do, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you saw a Project Veritas video about Andrew Gillenstaffer, basically is the first rule of basically is once I get elected is a key phrase for telling some bullshit, telling a lie. But yeah, anyways, the reason why Yang pulls from, like, you know what I'm saying? Reason why he pulls from Trump is because he realizes why Trump really won. You know what I'm saying? He won because the Rust Belt was disaffected. Basically, NAFTA screwed over a lot of states in the Rust Belt, like I'm saying, like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana. I mean, Chicago's so big, you know what I'm saying, like Illinois will always be blue, but also add Wisconsin and Minnesota too. And he would have won Minnesota if it wasn't for Egg McMuffin. Yep, if it wasn't for Egg McMuffin's votes, he would have won Minnesota because that was a really close race. Nobody, none of the mainstream media or the liberals want to mention. That's a fact. But yeah, he has the highest electability score of 51.2. Warren's the second because she pulls really high from the disaffected and Clinton voters. Sanders, a lot from the disaffected voters and Clinton, surprisingly. And then Biden, surprisingly, is lower. And yeah, Mitt Romney 2.0 is, yeah, surprisingly high, low favorability score. Yet the sad thing is the mainstream media is trying to push Biden as the most electable, mainly because of they're trying to push Obama nostalgia on Biden. But Biden's history doesn't match up with the Obama nostalgia, Uncle Joe from 2008 to 2016. Like the Joe Biden before 2008 was like a hardcore drug warrior in the service of credit card companies. And that hypocrisy of being a drug warrior when his son is a crackhead, it's going to be a big turnoff to a lot of disaffected voters. And the fact is, he's a big supporter of NAFTA. And he wants to bring the economics back to Obama economics. Yeah, Trump's win was a repudiation of Obamonomics and Obamacare. Yeah, and Biden wants to bring that back. So, nah, I don't see really Biden pulling from Trump and disaffected voters. Unlike Yang or even Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mainly going to be the blue, no matter who, Democrat partisans that's going to vote for Joe Biden, and it's going to be a depressed turnout. Like, just look at Andrew Yang. His model score is the highest because he's an outsider. Exactly, he's an outsider with policy positions. Slogan is like not left, not right, forward. Exactly. He's the kind of populist that brings a hope and change to America. Like, that's how Obama got me in 2018. I mean, not only the fact, like, he was half black, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had strong African ancestry. He ran on a populist campaign on hope and change, like bringing their troops back from the Middle East. Basically, the public option, getting rid of the Bush tax cut. Yeah, like he was like for big positive change, but once he got into office, he expanded more wars, expanded the surveillance state. You know what I'm saying? Bailed out the banks. A lot. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of scandals that the media never talked about. Yeah, I mean for real, Obama was a fraud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when he invaded Libya, I was like, what's different from him and Bush? You know what I'm saying? It's the same imperialist bullshit. Oh yeah, we're gonna fight for freedom and all that. But then afterwards, Libya turned out to like an open slave. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like a slave trade going on in Libya right now because of Obama and Clinton. Yeah, he turned out to be a fraud. So yeah, I mean there could be a little factor that Andrew Yang could turn out to be hope and change like Obama, you know what I'm saying, do the bait and switch. Because the only change that happened with Obama was a change of his bank account. But yeah, he has a high favorability rating with like all the different brackets. Unlike Elizabeth Warren, where people see her as Hillary Clinton 2.0 wearing a Bernie mask. Yeah, that's a no-no. And add another no with the socialism. So yeah, she'll just get the Democrat partisans. But some disaffected because she does support some of Trump's policy positions, such as like USDA and her own brand of economic populism. So she'll get the disaffected, as well as Bernie. I'm still shocked, like 91%. Yeah, that's a bit shocking because most Clinton partisans hate Bernie. They hate Bernie with a passion, just because he just managed to just call out their queen as the tool of Wall Street, which she is. She's a tool of Wall Street. Yeah, and then Klobuchar, her strength is his strength is mainly around like her Midwestern values, basically, like the strong winds and Midwestern states. But she offers nothing. What is her platform? I mean, is there any? Yeah, is anybody can explain Amy Klobuchar's platform? Because I've never heard of it. It'll probably be the same as Joe Biden's, and it's clear. I mean, his clear weakness is with disaffected voters, but he scores really high with, saying like the blue no matter who Clinton voters. But him being a accepted bet is just manufactured consent by the corporate media because they're the ones funding Biden's campaign. Because if you paid attention to Joe Biden's rallies, nobody goes. It's full of old people. And he has so many verbal gaffes. I mean, he's not mentally sharp. And he's very handsy. He's very handsy with women and little girls, and it comes off as creepy. And the Trump team can just take advantage of just Biden's overall weakness. He's a terribly weak. He's a terribly weak candidate if you're looking for electability or like looking to get away from Trump's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump's drama all the time and his recklessness and his exactly. He used to be a big problem. And Pete, he scores low with Trump. He scores a bit higher than Biden with Trump voters, but he'll get the blue no matter who's. But he scores lower with disaffected voters because Pete is like a standard neoliberal, basically. He's like, he's basically, from his history working at McKinsey and all that, he's basically Romney 2.0. Yeah, a lot of his politics are just mashed up with Mitt Romney. You know what I'm saying? He's basically a standard corporatist neoliberal. You know what I'm saying? Socially liberal, economically. Yeah, he's socially liberal, economically neoliberal, and his foreign policy is quite neocon. He was the biggest hawk in the Democratic debates, especially towards Iran. There's very little difference in what Pete Buttigieg would say compared to Mitt Romney. The biggest difference is like Pete Buttigieg is gay and Mitt Romney is Mormon, but there ain't much difference between them, especially their love of funding in wine caves. Yeah, Mitt Romney's the epitome of the country club Republican, and Pete Buttigieg is the epitome of the wine cave Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Like the limousine liberals. He is a limousine liberal favorite. And another limousine liberal, Michael Bloomberg, he ranks low with everybody because everybody knows Bloomberg is an authoritarian asshole, like stop and frisk, basically taxing people. You know what I'm saying? Basically taxing people who eat too much, taxing drinks. Who wants to vote for that? Who wants to vote for that authoritarianism? I sure won't. I'll vote for Trump over. If there's any folks who will get me to vote for Trump, it would be. I'm so glad Kamala Harris would be gone. It would be Bloomberg. Anyone else, I'll vote third party, and I'll vote for Yang, or if Tulsi Gabbard's still around, Tulsi, or Bernie with Tulsi. Because basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bernie is so old. Like, Tulsi was just come right in, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like those three are bust for me in the Democrat primary because the rest are just too big government, too authoritarian, and basically a reverse back to the Obama era. And Obama era wasn't that good. I'm making a lot more money right now in the Trump era. But anyways, follow me, John Clem 310 on Twitter. Give me a like if you feel this video, and if you like the video, please subscribe because the algorithm's showing small YouTubers like me no love. All right, peace out.